Hello friends, and welcome back to the Season Road. I'm Lisa and I'll be cooking today. I guess I'll be cooking every day. Kitchen location today is Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, but we're not cooking Vietnamese food. What do you do when it's getting to be supper time, dinner time, and you don't really have a plan? You're not really sure what's in your refrigerator, but you got to put some food on the table. I think this is the perfect time to check out what's in the refrigerator and see what we have to work with. And we're gonna make what I'm calling the kitchen sink dinner. Let's see what we have in the fridge and see what we can pull off. Baby fridge and see what's in there and see what we can come up with. We have some pork, that looks promising. We have some eggs. We have some tofu, bread. This is a zucchini, carrots, and I'm sure there must be an onion lurking around here on the counter somewhere. What would you make with these ingredients? Let me know in the comments. I'll pull some things out and let's see what I decide. But I'd love to hear what you would make with these ingredients. Decided on, we'll make rice for the accompaniment. Here's the pork, carrot, onion, zucchini, and some cabbage. Let's get these guys cleaned up and chopped up, and then we'll get ready to cook them up. I like to cook once and eat twice, so I usually make more than we need for that meal. However, in this particular rental space that we're in, there's no microwave. So I think I'm gonna try and keep this to one meal portions. For a little bit of flavor, as you can see, I'm not real fussy on everything being the same size. That's nice, but not necessary. Cube up the carrot. Put the carrot and the onion to cook together. Carrots take a little bit longer to cook. Then the soft vegetables, the zucchini and the cabbage, those are really soft and watery. So we can put those in after the onions and the carrots have had a little time to cook. Let's get chopping. We're in Vietnam. A couple of weeks ago, we were in Cambodia and had a very, very similar cutting board. I'm guessing that was made from the cutting board tree that must be located here in Southeast Asia. Okay, dice up our carrots. Since we're in chopping mode, I'll also chop up my cabbage and my zucchini and set it aside. Okay, I think we're gonna do everything in batches. I have quite a small frying pan to work with. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I get a new kitchen every 30 days and I don't know what I'm getting. In this accommodation, we have one small frying pan, kind of a Dutch oven, and a little tiny pot. So I'll do this in batches. We'll sweat the onions and soften the carrots first. I added a little bit of oil. As I've said in other videos, I'm not going to preach to you about oil. You can use what you want, what you can afford, what you think is healthy. Your kitchen, your rules. All right. Our carrots and onions are looking beautiful. I'm going to put those aside so batch prepare in this little frying pan we have. I did find a little basil and a little parsley in the cupboard, so why not? Let's use that. Next, we'll cook up the other vegetables. They'll go fast because they have a lot of water content and they're soft. After that, we'll cook the pork. I decided to go with half the amount, so this is probably a half a pound-ish between the two of us, which will be fine. Put a lid on and wilt that down a bit. Cabbage and zucchini is coming along. Give it a little more time here. Okay, I'd say the cabbage and zucchini is done. We'll batch that out of here and start with the pork. We'll brown this pork up. Won't take long at all. Next, we're going to make the rice. You could be doing this at the same time as you're getting the other stuff prepared, but again, work with what you got. We only have one plug, and I needed that for the convection burner. Let's call this 1 part of rice. And I'm going to do 1 part rice to 1.5 parts water. When you're on the road, you don't get too many opportunities to have actual measuring cups, so you just kind of figure it out as you go and use, I like to use a coffee cup or 1.5. I cooked some black sticky rice earlier today, so if you're interested in black sticky rice with mangoes and coconut drizzle, check out that video. Rice looks just about perfect. I've never had a rice cooker with different options, and let me tell you, I am loving this. There's no burnt rice sticking to the bottom. This is going to be perfect. Okay, let's go back to the counter and finish making our kitchen sink dinner. We have our rice. I will plate that as the bottom, the bed of rice. We have our cabbage and zucchini. I've decided I'm going to mix this all up. We have our ground pork, onion, and carrot. I'm going to mix this up in the pan that I have. I'm going to put down a little rice. I'm going to top it with our little stir-fry mixture. Here's what it looks like so far. I'm going to give it a little drizzle of soy sauce. Again, if you're at home, you can look in your refrigerator or your cupboard and see what kind of condiment that you would like. Basically, this ends up being a stir-fry dinner. Work with what you have in your fridge, chop it up, fry it up, throw it all together, put it over rice, and there you have kitchen sink dinner. Now, let's see how it tastes. Grab a little vegetable, get a little rice. Perfect. We're just trying to put dinner on the table, and that's what we did. We went to our fridge, we saw what was in there, and we made supper. I don't think people call it supper. I'm from the Midwest. We made dinner, and it works, and it's warm and delicious. That's all we're talking about. And I worked with whatever I had in this kitchen to make it happen. If you have more equipment at your home, this could have all been done in a wok or a larger frying pan and not done in shifts like we had to do here, no problem. We just make it work. This is part of being on the road and changing locations every 30 days. I really wouldn't change a thing, but there are moments where you have to take a few extra steps. Thank you everybody for watching, and if you would give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Watch the video on black sticky rice made with mangoes and coconut drizzle. It's fantastic. It did not last in our home. Thanks again. See you next time.